All right, so this is the first add-on video to the course. Hopefully you went through the entire course and you understand how we trade, supply and demand, support and resistance. Now, we're gonna add on to that. Okay, so this is gonna be about unfilled orders, okay, or unfilled areas that it must go to. It must fill that. Now, this worked good for bullish markets. So when you see any of the indices dropping really hard and it doesn't have a pullback, that means that the banks, the investors, some of them didn't get in. They didn't get in where it dropped at. So they left some people, which also means that it must come back to that area to fill. Okay. So these unfilled areas, when it drops, it has to come back up there and fill that candle that didn't have a pullback. Okay. So it have to fill this entire candle. You see this black candle right here? It have to fill this. So if we're looking at this, this area have to be filled because there was no pullback. Now let's fast forward. Okay. Now look, we filled this much of that candle. We still have this much to fill right here because the pullback didn't cover this entire candle. So let's go. Okay. And look at the left side of that candle. The left side of that candle, it had a wick behind it. So this entire area right here is just a gap in the market. So it has to fill these gaps in the market. So you see how it's rejecting from it and it still have this left to fill. Let's fast forward so we can see what happens. Now we can clearly see that this is an entry right here. That's an entry because it's rejecting from it. We put our stop loss up here. Now, unfilled areas can be take profits. Okay, they can be take profits because they haven't filled that area yet. So let's fast forward. Now, look what it does. You see how this green candle filled that candle. Once it filled it, the market should continue in that direction. Okay. I'm bringing up unfilled orders because these can be potential areas that they want to go to. So we have an idea as to where we should take profit from. Okay. So this works best when the indices are dropping. When they're dropping and they don't have a pullback, eventually it has to fill that area. Let's go into some more setups so I can show you and it will make more sense. Okay. Now let's look at this one right here. And let's take this off so we can see clearly. You see this black candle? That little area right there, that little area didn't have a pullback. But the next candle after it, it pulled back, but it left this much. So as it's dropping and it's dropping, and also keep this in mind that NAS100 is a bullish market condition. So we combining with the overall condition of the instrument with unfilled areas. So that can give us an idea as to where it wants to go. Okay, so as it's dropping really hard, we should still be looking for this area because it has to fill that. So that should be a take profit. So this looks like a supply and demand area right here. Comes back to buy and we should hold till it fills that area. So these these gaps in the market or these unfilled areas is great for take profits because they left investors. Okay, they left them. They did not fill the entire candle to drop it. So they left some people. Okay. So you can clearly see that candle filled it and then there we're gone. Okay. All right, let's go. We got another one. So you always look from the current candle to the right, not the current candle to the left. I don't want to confuse you guys, but let me do a replay. Let me do a replay so you can understand, because once you see this in real time, you will start seeing that everything is getting filled. Okay, so this drops. Boom, we get a drop. Okay, now this is a full candle that's unfilled. Okay, that entire candle is not filled. Now look, now that next candle filled it. So now we will move this up. Okay, now it still have that little much to fill. Let's see what else it does. It never comes back up there. So if we see an entry down here, or if we see an entry anywhere for a buy, our take profit should be up here. Okay. Okay, this could be possibly an entry right here. I don't know. This is the 1 hour, but I like to look at gaps or unfilled orders on the 1 hour because they just look more cleaner. If you look at it on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, it's gonna be kind of like you're gonna see gaps all over the place. But we like the higher time frame gaps in the market. Okay, so I would prefer it to be on the 1 hour. Okay. All right, and it didn't fill it yet. It didn't fill it yet. Okay, and you see, and look at this. You see how it left a gap right here? It left a gap right here, and it came down to fill that and go up. I don't think y'all caught that. Let me replay that. Let me replay that. You see how it left the gap as far as the this gap right here? And this is a gap right here too. That is also a gap. And then guess what? Boom. It covered all of those candles and it still have this left. And it filled that as well. You see how it filled this candle too? I hope y'all catching me. Look at the candles and see if it's pulling back. Okay. You see this black candle? That next candle filled that black candle. This one down here got filled by this candle. Okay. So pay attention to the candles that are getting left. But I prefer to use this on bearish unfilled candles. Okay, bearish. We want red candles or black candles, whatever color your candles is, because if we're mixing with the overall condition of the market, which is bullish, we can get better take profits and have faith that it will reach up there. Because right here, this is honestly, you can mix this with supply and demand, and for a buy, and your take profit can be over here, because we know that this little area right here has to get filled, and eventually it fills it. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So what do we have up here? A big unfilled area, and we have one right here. Just look at the candles. It never pulled back. It never pulled back. So let me delete this. This is really important. I hope this is not going over you guys' heads. This is really important, because it's going to make so much sense as to where it want to go or where your take profit should be. Okay. Now let's stop it right there. This area gets this now, because this candle wick finally covered that area, but we still have this to fill, and we have this to fill. So again, NAS100 is a bullish market, and you mixing it with areas that it must fill. So you should still be holding this. Okay, you should still be holding this. That was a big drop right there. Right there. Boom. It finally fills that. Okay. It finally fills it. But we still have more to fill. We still have this to fill. Okay. And let's go back. I don't think y'all caught that. Remember what I just said? Remember this little area? Look what it just did. Look what it just did, man. So remember that box that I had right here, right? It was bigger because it was like this. Remember when it dipped into it? It still had this left to fill, and guess what it did? Bounce from it. So these areas that must fill, you can use these as areas to bounce from and take profits, okay? Because everything has to be filled, okay? Now, you see how it just bounced from that little area that it must fill. Make sure y'all can see that. It came back down to fill that, to go back up to fill this. So it did two moves secretly that nobody can see. It's filling candles, okay? It's filling in candles. So it had to fill that order. So now it filled that down here, and it filled this one. And now we're headed to fill that candle. Boom. Finally gets it. Finally gets it. So these unfilled areas, it had to get filled. And I love it when it's unfilled and it's dropping. Here go another example. This black candle. This entire candle never had a pullback. Let's do the replay because I want to go through step by step so you can see this. Step by step. This candle didn't get filled. This candle didn't get filled. Right here. From this candle to right there. Didn't get filled. From right here. Didn't get filled. Now let's see what happens. Okay. We got that left. Okay. We got that left. Okay, that's done. That's done. We got that candle. We still have these two candles. Okay, that's done. It just finished that one. We still have all of that left. Okay. Okay, it finally completes it. And what does it do after it completes it? It drops. Okay, it drops. So pay attention to where the areas need to get filled. Okay, we even have another one up here that has to get filled. So this one just got filled, and that one has to get filled. And what it do? Fills it. So I like these unfilled areas because those can be take profits. I will use these for take profits. Okay. So we got a demand entry right here. You will buy somewhere up in here. This is the 1 hour. You can trade the 1 hour if you want to. You can strictly just trade the 1 hour. Go to demand right here. Put your stop loss right here. Take profit should be up here. That's almost a 1 at 3 RR. If you can be patient, you'll be good. But that's a demand. We got aggressive buying. We got momentum with these candles. Pull back to that area. Buy. And then aim for the unfilled area right there. Okay. Look at this one. Aggressive selling right here to fill that. So if we can find something on maybe the 5 minutes, so you can mix this stuff on the 5 minutes, somewhere up in here or whatever, somewhere up in here, try to find some type of buy. And we know NAS100 is already a bullish market, so that's extra confluence. The instrument is bullish, and we have a drop, a bearish drop that never had a pullback. Okay, that next day you should be looking for buys to fill that candle. Okay, this stuff is powerful. I'm telling you. Once you start actually seeing the stuff getting filled, you will know why they're pulling back or why they're dropping it. Just over here, go another one. From this candle. From the top of this candle to right here, it never got filled until it came all the way over here. And again, in real time, this is going to be bigger until it started. Like, say you saw it from right here, from that candle wick, and then over time it went up, went up, went up, went up, and then that candle finally filled it. So yeah, here go another one. Like, you gotta. It's going to be hard to see it because you already see the history of it. But just look at this. Okay, so we have this candle. This much of the candle to fill. Right there. Let's fast forward. Okay, now we have this much. Okay, it's still got to go up there. I haven't finished it yet. It's playing around, playing around. Okay, we should be looking for some type of setups around here. For a buy, something on the lower time frame, and then boom, it finally fills it. Okay, so, and then you can look at it again as far as the sales. So again, man, look for the bearish areas that it must fill, because these can be take profits. Okay, especially when it drops. It's perfect when it drops. Trust me, because NAS100 is already a bullish instrument. So once it drops crazy, they're getting investors in to buy. And you can see where you can have your take profit at because it has to fill those unfilled orders. So I hope this helped you, man. This is a little secrets for NAS100. I had to bless y'all with this. So just back test it. See where it's dropping really hard and there's no pullback on the 1 hour. Okay. So I hope this helped you, man. If you got any questions, just DM me or email me. That's all I got.